So, just put it out there, without force or need, but just because. Why not? Why not just like share myself? Because most of my days are very, when I clean, I'm alone in someone's home, and I interact with the client, the homeowner, and then I have my kids after work, and then on the weekend I have some socialization, but not all that much. I see the same, I've been with my partner for mostly just him, and we see friends and we get out, but it's not like I have a whole lot of as much human interaction that I would like to have. And I love to talk to people and connect and show up and share moments of connection and laughter and smiles and stimulation mentally, and I'm just wired for that. I love people. I love talking and I love listening. So these videos are a place for me on my drives to work, to share myself and to check in, and ideally I love to get feedback or comments and responses, and hear what's going on with whoever's, whatever wants to be said or heard. Just speaking out some intentions here, because that's the biggest thing coming up lately, is the importance of intention and doing things, all things, as much as we can with with intention and mindfulness, and every day, every moment is an opportunity for to drop in, to be present where you are, and that takes the intention to be present and the awareness of what is around and within, and it really is as simple as a choice. It's a thought, it's an awareness, and that's an action, which sometimes is a lack of action. It's literally just being still with what is, and moving with what is, and letting out whatever is inside of oneself, and through verbalizing, through words, through language, through sound, through sound without words, just ooh, ah, whatever sounds want to come out of you, through just movement and color, through whatever feels right for you. There's like so many different ways to release and express, and then create and make room to receive and to be receptive to receiving. And that's also the balance between giving, sharing, releasing, and then taking in and receiving, and an equal exchange of that as much as possible is good stuff. And then living with intention, and putting out prayers every day, intentions, whatever you want to call them, for what you want in your life and for the world. And sorry, the chapstick that I found was not my favorite, and it didn't really quite do the job. Here we go. I found it. Okay. It's not chapstick, because that's a brand, and we all say not all of us, but I have a habit of saying chapstick, but it's like lip balm. It's not chapstick. This is Badger cocoa butter vanilla bean lip balm. Good stuff. But I need to focus on the road, and also occasionally glancing at this little thing here, which is still in my peripheral, in my view. Okay, it is quite a beautiful view. I'm driving through rocks that were blown up by dynamite to create this road. It's crazy. Trees, snow, telephone poles and wires. What else do I see? A yellow truck. I see my beautiful friend who sits and guards. Look at this little guy. How freaking cute is he? I just love him. I got him in near Portland. It was off of, we were in Portland and we drove 2 hours to the coast to a little small bay town called Astoria, or Astoria, I don't know, Astoria. Apparently Twilight was filmed there, and the Goonies. But it was beautiful, so special, really neat art and food, and I saw a seal in the wild for the first time. Well, not in the wild, but in a sense. The water is wild. The town is up alongside the water. As wild as you can find. Well, not as wild. I could find a seal out. Well, anyways, whatever. Okay, it was a really special moment. And I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for my ability to observe and witness and perceive and then share and connect and I didn't plan on matching my hat to my hoodie. It's what I had. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I love color. Color is great and fun, and I was gonna say that I can coordinate. Coordination is fun, right? Of like physical coordination, and also coordinating colors and outfit, coordinating an event. Coordinate. I use that word in so many ways. Words are so great. Hey. You can use them every day in any type of way that you want to say what you want to say today. Yeah. Today. You can say anything. You can say, hey, I like your face. I like your shirt. I like the way that you are. I like your heart. I like your soul. I like that mole on your face. Hey, yeah. So good to be kind and share your mind. It's so good to be honest and open and free. La da da dee. La da da da. La da da doo. Yeah, well, yeah. Oh, I got tea here. I'm gonna drink some of that. It's ginger tea. And it says here on this tea bag, because it's yogi tea, which I really love getting the messages on the tea bags. It's a big reason why I get this tea. And it's organic, and they have a lot of options. But yeah, it says, appreciate yourself and honor your soul. You hear that? You are a butterfly, transforming every day from a little gooey guy, or a little squishy caterpillar guy, to a hardened chrysalis, and inside you're a gooey little guy getting all transformed into your wings, and then you pop out and you fly around and you look beautiful and graceful, and you're free and happy and fun and loving life. You might get eaten by a bird or something, but you probably won't. But if you do, that is part of nature, and it's okay to die, because we're all gonna die. And that's okay. And also painful and not really fun. But the death of something sustains life. And as you know, on this walk I went on through the snowy woods yesterday, we found feathers. Like, we were following the trails, like someone had, this bird had gotten eaten by something, and like the image of the feathers on the white snow were beautiful, but it was also sad in that, like, the death of this bird is now sending us on a little scavenger hunt to look for, we were just following, in the woods, but it was like, oh, and actually, where'd it go? But yeah, it's like the death of that bird sustained another animal's life. Like, that animal needed to kill that bird in order to live. And yeah, but yeah, and not to take lightly of death at all. I mean to be like desensitized or just like, death is fine, it's great. Like, no, it's actually very heavy and intense to grieve and experience death. Like, I have very much sat with and confronted the depths of death and grief almost every other day, especially bleeding and on my cycle. It's like such an intense physical cathartic confrontation and release in my body, and in my spirit, in my mind, like how I perceive it and see it too. It's just a lot. So I'm being a little bit lighthearted about talking about death in a way, but it's not. It is not for the faint of heart to actually really feel into what death is. And but on a, I would say positive, but on the note of the reality in nature that death sustains life. That without death and dying, there would not be life in different forms. But at the same time, I do believe that there is a reality and a realm and a time and a space, someplace that doesn't require death to be a beautiful paradise garden. That there is that would be like the ultimate paradise heaven garden, is no death. There is no animals do not need to, there's no food chain, there is no none of that. And I watched The Last Unicorn the other day for the first time, and that was really touching and sweet and beautiful, and I really appreciated that film. But yeah, it's like there's this unicorn that lives in paradise and in harmony with all the animals. Like, nothing dies, nothing's hunted, there's nothing. And but she leaves this garden in search of the others, and she had to go on this like adventure into the unknown in order to experience this whole story and journey, which then as an observer, you get to witness, which I know obviously this isn't like a real story, but in a sense I do feel like that phenomena of like having everything and it being good, and like the whole story of the Garden of Eden, like the first original, the story that most of us, or anyone, even if you're not Christian, but like that's like we're impacted or influenced or have heard of that story, and like some people believe it to be 100% just factually true, whether it's a metaphor or it actually happened, which I don't know. I do feel like the spiritually and energetically, the idea of having everything, but then needing to lose it all or step away or explore free will and getting to choose or even appreciate and know what you had before you stepped away is a big part of my path, and I think a big part of the reality of this world, and the need to explore and individuate as an individual, as someone who has free will, and then to be able to come back to appreciation of and knowing that that's like coming back to where you started from, and returning to simplicity in a time and space and land with that is much different and simpler. That is that paradise, that is the Garden of Eden, and in eternal life there is no death, there is only life. And that place exists within our heart and in our minds. That no matter what's outside of us, no matter what is going on, we can go within ourselves and remember paradise. We can remember what heaven would be in complete connection and harmony with everything, with ourselves, with what's around us. Breathing into that awareness, breathing into that choice, and that attention, and that presence. Now I invite you to have your own experience with whatever comes up and whatever needs to be released. And I'm going to stop putting thoughts and things into your brain, and I let you have your own experience moving forward without my impact or influence, because ideally that is where we're at in life, is to be able to be so deeply connected to ourselves and have our own wisdom and awareness and thoughts and feelings that arise from within, our own power, our own sovereignty. And so, yeah, I invite you to move into your body, into your space, and wherever you are, and just move through what comes up within you. And yeah, I guess I don't have to talk. I can just sit here and hold space, and that I'm present in a sense in this video. If I think that could be helpful. I know for me, like, it has been so healing to feel space is held for me in my expression, and that someone is seeing me. And I know I'm not actually witness and seeing you, but I would like you to feel like you are, and that your expression is perfect as it is, and that no matter how and what and who and how, like, you are worthy of unconditional love and care and compassion and presence. And I want to offer that to you, and I want you to offer that to yourself. And I think it takes sometimes being shown externally, like that repetitive muscle memory of being shown, like co-regulation, or a reminder that we're worthy and we're okay, even if we're feeling messy and whatever, that we still deserve that. And that has been so healing for me. And I'd like for everyone to experience that kind of connection, ideally with the person physically present, but at least in the meantime, to experience that sensation